What up, y'all? Tim Z here, back at it again, like you can always expect. And today I just want to chime in on the whole Jake Hoback knife situation. I know a lot of people already got in on this, but I thought I'd just make a video also with my thoughts. So Jake posted a video on his Jake Hoback Knives Instagram page apologizing for not being transparent about where his knives were manufactured. And that's great and all, right? He even posted a little spreadsheet listing where each of his knives were manufactured, where at least the majority of the manufacture was done for each knife. And majority, does that mean more than 50%, or it just means actually the country that did the most percentage of the manufacturing? Which anyways, he took that down. He took his video apologizing down, and he blocks comments now. Why backtrack after apologizing? That just looks even worse. Actually, I think the best thing for Jake Hoback Knives to do, the best thing they could do, would be to hire a brand manager, someone who's savvy in business and brand image, public relations, to manage this situation for him. He knows about knives and stuff. Not everyone is expert in every single aspect of a business. That's why for big brands, there's different departments for every single function of a company: marketing, sales, IT, public relations, human resources, technical managers, and everything like that. Okay. That would be smart. Someone would know, like, hey, they would think before they do something. They would know what would look good in the consumer's eyes and things like that. And it just needs to be honest about the country of manufacturer, because there's a lot of knives made in China and people still buy them. But the only thing people don't like is if you're told it's made in America, it's made in the USA, but find out later, like, no, actually it was made in China or anywhere, I don't care, like Russia. You're not gonna feel happy about that, unless you don't care when someone lies to you in your life. But people are very passionate about their knives, and people remember these kind of things. It's like, just apologize and leave it there. I actually screenshotted the little spreadsheet. I was thinking about video recording the apology because I felt like it would eventually get taken down, possibly because I've seen it happen in other situations, in other places, other people. I screenshotted the spreadsheet where the knives were listed of all of the countries where the knives were manufactured anyway, because I knew it would probably get taken down, and it was. And I actually received a comment from someone, saying that we're like kids and stuff, and like the way we're going about this situation, how we are talking about Hoback knives. And I think that person was a family member of Jake's, but I'm not gonna say. But that's also really petty too, to go after the customers and stuff. Like, I really like the Hoback Summit design. even though I think it's a little dangerous. Like, you might chop off a finger, chop your thumb easily, because there's no, flipper to catch your thumb before it guillotines, like drop shot. But anyways, it looks cool. But just be honest, about it. That's all people want. People spend a lot of money on Chinese-made knives. Taiwan, Japanese. Well, Japanese kind of expensive, but you know what I mean. Russian people are willing to spend. American people are willing to spend a premium on Russian-made knives, like the Shirogovs. They're willing to buy a Shirogov over a Koenig Arius. All right, that's what I got here. They're willing to, even as an American, with everything going on right now. Sometimes they're a little bit, they have a little double standard, like they're willing to spend it on the Russian knife right now with everything going on, but avoid Chinese knives. Makes no sense to me. But like, if you're gonna buy a Russian knife with no issue, you better be saying that you have no issue buying a Riot, a Kaiser, or any other Chinese-made knife, because then that would be a double standard, and that's just stupid. Yeah. So for the knives that are made in China, Jake probably gonna have to adjust his prices accordingly, because once people know that a knife is made in China, it's gonna be much harder for them to justify spending $650, whatever, $575 for a Chinese made knife, when that gets into Hinderer territory or above it. Even, it goes past Hinderer territory at $575 actually. CRK, Chris Reeve knives, yeah, 600s above most of their knives almost. So just be honest and maybe adjust. I would say probably a Chinese made knife with a nice design from an American brand. Maybe if it's popular, $350, maybe. And if it's American made, yeah, you can charge $600 easily, right? But at $600 and it's Chinese, I'm sorry, but I'm going with the Koenig every time at $600. $600 is Koenig. I'm not sure I pick any other brand over Koenig at $600. Okay, this thing, it feels great, all right, and it's made in America. Okay. Yeah. So another thing is I wanted to mention was, actually with this situation, I'm sure there's other companies that are not completely honest about where all of their parts for their knife are made. Okay. I'm not saying any of these brands are doing it, but I suspect it. ZT, right? So Hinderer has a more expensive line, right? The actual Hinderer knives brand, and some Hinderer designs knives for other brands like ZT and Kershaw, right? It says it right there on the blade, a Hinderer design. And basically, if you don't have the money to spend on an actual Hinderer, you can buy a zero tolerance. This one's $280 right now. Zero tolerance 0562 CF, and there's also a 0562 Ti for the titanium version. And zero tolerance, they say it's where is it? Oh wow, it's not on the actual blade. Oh, right there. USA, Kai USA. All right. this knife, zero tolerance, is supposedly made in the USA, but I wouldn't be surprised if less than 50% of it was made in China, you know? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these parts came from China, like screws and stuff. You know how much machinery is required just to produce a little screw? Sometimes it's a huge machine to just manufacture tiny screws, little parts, bits, whatever, thumb stud, pivots, blade stops. All right. And a lot of these companies, they're not going to want to do that. They'll maybe, if you're lucky, manufacture the scales and the lock side and the pocket clip if you're lucky. And the rest will come from some other country, whatever country that is. And as long as it's 50% or what, I don't know what's the percentage officially, but I'm sure there's a percentage, 50, 55. I don't know if it's 75 yet or whatever it is. They can say it's made in the USA if it's over a certain percentage, I believe. But that's not 100% made in America then, right? Yeah. And bigger brands will get away with that very easily, right? A lot of makers have expensive handmade, custom made or their own knives made in the USA, but they'll have just like another a brand where they design for them, and that they have them make their design in China for like a fourth of the price, a third of the price, half the price, just so people can get their feet wet into their designs and later on buy one of their expensive customs or USA made ones, like a gateway knife. But like Ray Laconico, he does handmade knives, all right, and he'll charge like $800 at least usually. But if you want a design that's similar, but it was made in China, you can go with like Alliance Designs, Jasmine, Kaiser, Gemini. He got the baby bear too, I believe. That one is nice. But they list the country that it was manufactured in, and the price is priced accordingly. You know what? I wanted to mention this too. These were the ball bearings that came with the Hinderer, the skinny Hinderer. Okay. I replaced them with taco bearings. I know taco bearings are made in China. But you know what? It made it a lot smoother when you close it. Taco bearings is in the knife now, but let's look at this. I'm not sure this bearing is even made in America. Let's just be real. I'm not sure. I cannot be sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. And if you're Hinderer and it is, then just say so. But I'm not really sure, There might be little components on a Hinderer that are not American, and we just don't know about it, right? Like ball bearings. Like, I'm not sure if that looks much different than the one that comes inside a Kaiser, Artisan Cutlery, any Chinese knife or any other brand country knife. I'm not sure, this really not sure about the ball bearings. And let's just be real. Sometimes people are they when they talk about the quality of a knife, sometimes they do focus on the country of manufacturer too much. All right. Of course, it's always nice. It's always appropriate to be transparent about where it's made first, though. But sometimes people believe like, oh, the knife cannot be high quality if it's not made in America. But that's not true. All right. It's really just up to the manufacturer's specs, how much they're allowed to spend, and their tolerances, how much time they want to spend on it. Let's be real. Every country nowadays is very, well, the developed countries at least are very advanced. So Chinese knives like Riot, they OEM a bunch of brands for them, QSP, even Penguin, QSP, Best Tech, Kaiser. They're very advanced, and many countries can produce high quality knives, and QC can be good in other countries too, if that's what their factory is told to do. Okay. Look, this is a knife, Tac Knives. It's the brand's in Texas, but they said the parts are from China, right? But assembled in the U.S. All right. First of all, this one is like more of an original design, but there's some that look like the Microtech, and I've seen other brands that look like they use the same exact factory or clone and just mark it up like crazy, right? And do I believe that they're assembled in the U.S.? I'm not sure, really, because if the parts are already made in China, what are you just going to send a bunch of boxes full of each scale and screws, and then someone in America is just going to assemble it? I guess it could happen, but if all the parts are coming from China, why not just let them finish it off? It's not like that they can't do a good job assembling, right? But no one's going to go after Tac Knives. That's like a brand that no one really would go after too much, because it's just Tac Knives. Yeah, so I think that's really all I got to say. This video is already 17 minutes. If you watch this whole entire video, I thank you. And I just hope that Jake Hoback Knives can correct the situation in a professional manner, instead of just erasing all of the apologies and backtracking on listing where the knives were manufactured. That, just speak to hire a consultant, get a brand manager. It will do your brand well. And I don't know if that's a family member or someone. Don't comment on people's posts and deleting their comments. It doesn't look good. And I hope that whoever you have manage your brand gives you good advice. All right, it's really basic advice, actually. So guys, thank you for watching and listening. I'm out.